This is a 2014 Hyundai Santa Fe.
You know, if I was a car company, I'd name all my cars.
It's like what makes it probably less uncomfortable than just like be sitting in yourself and talking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because then I was talking to myself.
So is this the 2014 Santa
Fe? The full size.
Mm-hmm.
The big piece. Yep. Not the sport. This is the big piece. We got the third row, which I will be hopping in.
Wow. It's actually almost astounding to me that, you know, that to me is it's either a third row or an optional trunk. That's kind of like what the third row is on the Santa Fe. It's almost like
you get either or. If you want to carry 3 rows of people, they better not have any stuff with them.
That's kind of like the Toyota Venza. That's exactly the way the Venza's third row is kind of oriented, is to have either a very big trunk, very spacious trunk, or to have a third row.
All right, headroom.
You know, I'm being honest right here. I'm feeling good in this place.
Feeling good.
Feeling really, really good.
Plus we got panoramics.
We do have the panoramics. You know, I'm all the way scooched down right now, kind of. You know, I even have a little bit of room here. Let's see if I got, nope, no telescoping on this, just the up and down lever.
Clearance.
So the clearance is great. I really feel good about the spot, but, you know, would I buy this car? Almost certainly not.
No.
The Santa Fe is just sort of, you know, as far as SUVs go, or sort of crossovers or whatever we're calling this at this point, you know, if I was going to get an all-wheel drive Hyundai, it would have to be the Genesis at this point. There's no two ways about it.
The way the people at the dealership claim it grips the road, it's just too enticing for me.
Yeah, they told us they've been curving wheels on these all week.
Now, one feature that I have to point out that I am really liking here is this the Speedo on the right of the gauge cluster? Can you tell?
Yeah, it is.
This is the Speedo on the right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because if I can point this out.
Yeah, go for it.
If you look at this cluster here, when you're the passenger, you know when like you have an antsy passenger and you're speeding, and they always look over at your Speedo to like see how fast you're going? They're blocked out right here. So for the compulsive speeder,
I totally didn't think about that.
the Santa Fe does have that little perk. I don't know if I would buy a $35,000 car for that reason.
No, I mean, you could always get the mask for the Speedo on any car, but
yeah,
this is a great point. So the speedometer being sort of covered in such a way. So yeah, so the second row even feels now like a bit of a formality.
Oh my god. Like,
wow, that's less than the Elantra.
Yeah, I guess there's just a lot of flexibility in the front seat.
The front seat does get a lot of room, and frankly, in a car like this, that's kind of, you know, I mean, even though I'm, you know, not carting around any little kids.
It's where mom and dad sit.
Exactly, it's where mom and dad sit, and so I have a sort of feeling on it, like it's not really supposed to be. The second row is not really meant to be a full-size person. And let's face it. I mean, if you're a self-respecting late 20s person and you buy this car, like, kind of fucked up.
Yeah, the third row is not really that doable for me. I mean, the second row, rather. So the third row, actually the third row looks like it has a ton more leg room.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it looks like it does.
So how do you get in back there? Through the trunk?
No, there's got to be a better way.
There's got to be a better way. So we're gonna see if he can fit in the third row here. I'm gonna pretend to be Papa Bear.
Like, this doesn't even really go forward that well.
Okay, yeah, no, I see what's going on here.
Like that should be automated.
That should be automated. So we're trying to get into the third row here. It's not looking great. Spencer's having a bit of a problem there, but he's back there. Now let's try popping this back. Oh, okay. Looks like you have. Oh yeah, that's right. Of course.
Safety first.
Mm-hmm. Safety first. Okay, that felt like it didn't quite go.
Oh, it went. There's just more. There's more for it to go.
I think you might have to lift that handle again. There we go. So it could actually go back. It could go back even one more notch.
Yeah, I don't want it to.
So he's trapped back there now. I don't think he can ever get out.
There's pretty good room back here.
You think better than the second row?
There's better than second row leg room in the third row. However, the headroom is a little bit limited, but they have kind of a contoured area right here that allows for some more headroom. Where honestly, like, this is not the worst situation that I've been in the backseat of a car.
Right, sure. Yeah, fair.
And this is in the third row.
Let's get this guy down. Oh, wow.
I just do feel like they compromised the second row for the third.
Yeah. Well, I think that's that extra little bump that you get in the back is great, and they can't really offer that with the panoramic sunroof here. You know, I really think that this gets a thumbs up as far as I would say that I have about as much shoulder room as I do in the Genesis. We have the same sort of safety pillar here that kind of knocks up against your left shoulder. Overall, I like the driving position of it a lot. It feels like it has a very similar driving position to the Elantra, sort of lowered down, but also much wider cabin. Generally, it kind of feels pretty boxy and roomy, so it gets a thumbs up from the tall guy perspective.
For the front seat flosser, you are straight.
You're straight. The thing I guess I would say is that, you know, I don't personally see myself ever really owning a Santa Fe all-wheel drive.